Hello everyone and welcome back to WWE Universe. My name is Jitch and you are watching Monday Night Raw. We are going to kick things off hearing from this man, the European Champion Drew McIntyre, who struck back last week on Raw when he laid out Sheamus following his World Heavyweight Championship retention. What a moment that was. Drew McIntyre finally snapping back after all the punishment he had been taking at the hands of Sheamus. This is not a match. Don't listen to that first part. That's why he's dressed that way. Listen to that reception. A lot of people supported and loved watching Drew McIntyre strike back. He has gained the support of a lot of people. I've been saying for months now that Drew McIntyre has got a lot of potential. He's the breakout star of the United Kingdom. He may be the breakout star of the year, if you ask me personally. This man has been an absolute star this year. But there seems to be something a little off on his way to the ring here tonight. Something just seems a little bit strange. I guess we'll hear from him in a moment. Maybe we'll find out exactly what's on his mind following the attack on Sheamus. I mean, obviously, he's public enemy number 1 to 3 people right now. So I guess that's fair. WWE Universe, I would like to apologize to all of you. I have not been the professional that I should have been since my debut. Despite that, all I've heard everywhere I've been is the same. Powerful words. Drew is the best. Drew has so much potential. Drew doesn't need those guys. Well, I'm out here for 2 reasons. 1, I have a message for Wade and Will. You guys, you're like brothers to me, so I'm sorry to be leaving the United Kingdom. But gents, don't take any abuse from that tyrant Sheamus like I did. 2nd, it's with great regret that I announce that I must relinquish my title. I've been a proud European champion for 2 months. However, when Sheamus attacked me 2 weeks ago, I suffered separation in my shoulder. So Sheamus, thank you for doing that. You opened my eyes and inspired me to hit back. Hold that title close, fella. When I return, I'll be coming for you. Oh, jeez. Oh, ho, okay. I thought maybe they were coming in to say bye to him. Oh. Despicable. Absolutely unbelievable actions by the United Kingdom there. Wow. Oh wow, what a way to kick off the show, huh? We've been informed that the Women's Championship will be on the line here on Raw. Next week, it will be Layla up against Beth Phoenix for that championship. But here tonight, Layla's buddy Michelle McCool looks to be in a singles competition as she goes one-on-one with a friend of Natalya's. I'm sorry, a friend of Beth Phoenix's, Natalya. Where I was going with that. Clearly some kind of a heated situation going on between Layla and Beth Phoenix right now, as they have been definitely kind of at each other. Obviously, Beth Phoenix got a victory over Layla when they both moved here to Raw, but last week Layla became the contender to the Women's Championship, so next week another match on Raw between Phoenix and Layla. Fortunately, Beth Phoenix is not present here tonight, so it will be Natalya going at it alone with Michelle McCool. However, Layla is at ringside, so things aren't looking too favourable. But here tonight on Raw, you can look forward to quite a bit of action, including up next, Sheamus going one-on-one with one of the only guys he has yet to defeat. He's going to go one-on-one with Kevin Nash. TLC is just over a week away. You know, it's 13 days from now. We do not have a number 1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Foley has looked up and down, and he has struggled to find someone that Sheamus has not already defeated to compete for that World Heavyweight Championship. So here tonight, if Nash can defeat Sheamus, I think it will be Nash against Sheamus for the World Heavyweight title at TLC. We've also got Batista returning to singles competition. He has made it clear that he has got his sights set on that World Heavyweight Championship still, but he has come to terms with the fact that right now he is nowhere near winning a World Heavyweight Championship. So Batista has stated that his intentions are the 2011 Royal Rumble. That is what he is focused on, and he is going to begin the road to the Royal Rumble tonight when he goes one-on-one with anyone with enough guts to step up and face Batista one-on-one. He's accepting that he has really dropped in the ranks lately with his fixation on the World Heavyweight Championship, with his many championship losses, but Batista returns to competition tonight, and he returns motivated. Also, our main event tonight, the World Tag Team Championships are on the line. We may have just seen them disgustingly lay out their former friend, their tag team partner, Drew McIntyre. But it doesn't end there for the United Kingdom, as Wade Barrett and William Regal will defend their World Tag Team Championship tonight against the man they attacked last week, Randy Orton, who was with Edge backstage. Will Edge be Randy Orton's tag team partner tonight? We do not know, but one thing we do know is Randy Orton will challenge for the World Tag Team Championship alongside a mystery partner against the likes of Wade Barrett and William Regal. And it should be a very interesting main event for sure. Definitely shocking to see Drew McIntyre be forced to relinquish the European Championship. Mick Foley has assured us he has already got plans underway that he will reveal to us next week on Raw in ways to determine the contender that will face Randy Savage for the now vacant what was that? The now vacant European Championship. Randy Savage obviously got to be thanking the stars for how that one turned out. And if I had to guess on someone who would end up facing Randy Savage, maybe Kevin Nash, after he picked up that victory last week. Natalya managing to get some more offense in. She's looking pretty good right now. Close friend of Beth Phoenix, who has always had her back through thick and thin, despite the fact that Natalya at one point won the Divas Championship from Beth Phoenix. They were able to remain friends. Oh no, I think it was the other way around actually, sorry. They've had a pretty good union, those two. Don't say that. If I cough, I don't have to hear him say the line. One has to wonder exactly what kind of a factor in this match Layla will play. You know, she's always there, lurking at ringside, watching, waiting for a moment. And Natalya, I think, got a little bit distracted by Layla for a second there. She was clearly setting up for something in the corner, but shifted her attention to Layla. Michelle McCool going for the cover on Natalya. Is that enough? No. And Natalya says no, not this time. Oh, rumble punch. Say Michelle not looking too good right now. I think Natalya's definitely done a number on her. The ropes. It looks like Natalya is back in control. A very strong partner of Beth Phoenix. I mean, they call themselves the Divas of Doom for a reason. And I think Layla definitely helped Michelle McCool quite a bit there. Putting these two back together was a dangerous move.
Whoa, this could be trouble.
Oh yeah. I was like, have I done a top rope move? Yes, I have.
Michelle McCool's not exactly acting like a 7th grade science teacher.
Did he really just reference that? Holy shit, I forgot that was even a thing.
Nice, well-placed kick to the ribs.
Oh, Michinoku driver.
Most technically sound diva in the entire WWE.
Not enough to get the job done, though.
Scott is back to the action again. Oh, this has got to end. Oh no, this isn't good.
Oh, okay, McCool. Looking a little desperate here. Go with the faith move. Is this going to be the cover?
1, 2, 3.
And it was.
And Michelle McCool picks up another win.
Got her with the picking up the win with the faith. Michelle McCool faith. Really? Okay, I can't remember the name of her move. I can never remember if it's Faith Maker or Break, or we go through this every single time she's in a match. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Faith Breaker. That's terrifying. As we move on to the next match, Sheamus goes one-on-one with Kevin Nash.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 308 pounds, Kevin Nash.
I hear that Kevin Nash was given a choice tonight. Did he want to turn down this match and compete with Randy Savage for the vacant European Championship at TLC, or did he want to go one-on-one with Sheamus, a man that he's never really faced off against? Try his luck and maybe win a world title shot. Nash said there's only one championship here in the WWE he's got his eyes set on, and that is the World Heavyweight Championship. So he's going to go for Sheamus tonight. So that is why Nash will not be competing at TLC for the European title. He turned down the opportunity for another potential opportunity. It's a big gamble, but it could have a big reward if he can beat Sheamus tonight. Sheamus, by the way, has just passed the 30 victories club. He is the first man ever to have an accumulative total of 30 wins. This season alone, being the season where he won the World Heavyweight Championship, Sheamus has a record of 20-5. I just felt like sharing that with you. This man is 20-5 in the last, what, 8 months? That's nuts. I mean, hell, I gotta give credit where due. I don't like a lot of his actions. I don't like his attitude. But when he came out 2 weeks ago and said that he was the greatest world heavyweight champion, yeah, honestly, I love Undertaker. I love Randy Orton. I love Batista. I think Jack Swagger's got a lot of great potential as a champion. But absolutely, Sheamus has smashed them. You know, Sheamus's one championship reign is longer than Randy Orton's 2 combined. He's on day 141 right now as World Heavyweight Champion. And in those 140 days, he has defended the championship, I believe, 5 successful times. Championship had a history before Sheamus of never really being that prestigious. It wasn't that successfully defended. It didn't have very long reigns. It kind of flip-flopped quite a bit, actually. The World Heavyweight Championship did not look great to start with. But Sheamus, my god, he's put that championship on the map. It really can be the man that makes the title sometimes. I've got to say, a potential match between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre down the line does sound like a fantastic matchup for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't think Drew will recover in time for TLC, so I'm assuming that's not who he's going to be facing off against come TLC, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Either way, Drew promises that he's coming back for that championship.
What is it about just makes him so strong?
Who knows? I know it works though, whatever it is.
Wade Barrett, of course, making sure to make his presence felt at ringside. He's got to let everyone know he's there. The United Kingdom have got to make sure that everyone knows that it's their show.
Kevin Nash with a devastating counter. Nash. Watch out here. And you're watching the longest running weekly episode.
You know, if Layla were to win the Women's Championship, she could join the United Kingdom and they could have all the gold, quite literally. I don't think that's a possibility, I just felt like mentioning it. I've never seen Kevin Nash get manhandled quite like this. Just enjoying this. The United Kingdom has just dropped in numbers and they're no longer the holders of every championship. But Sheamus really doesn't seem to be too fazed by that. I mean, I guess now he's the star of the group, which is what he always wanted, you know. As Drew McIntyre said, a lot of people were talking about the potential of McIntyre. There was a lot of talk about how great McIntyre was. The guy had an undefeated streak earlier in the year. It's not really a surprise that he'd be the talk of the town and maybe outshine Sheamus a little bit. Sheamus has got to give himself a little more credit, you know. He doesn't need that precious ego of his too much. I mean, the guy is the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion. And on top of that, during his reign with Drew McIntyre around this time last year, Sheamus was the longest World Tag Team Champion too, something he still holds. I mean, admittedly, that's a shared record with McIntyre, which I suppose could be part of the issue that he's having with him. He doesn't really like sharing the spotlight too much.
Here we go, tree of woe. Oh, you are completely defenseless here. Not fast enough.
Hey, what though? Kevin Nash and Sheamus. This is all the makings of a World Championship match down the line.
Unfortunately, you felt Sheamus' strength firsthand.
Yeah, you're right about that. I don't know if there's anyone in the WWE that
Give Nash credit where due. He's definitely gone toe-to-toe with Sheamus quite a bit in this match. I've really had a hard time predicting who's the man in control. I feel like Sheamus has gotten quite a lot of offense in several occasions over, but I feel like Nash has just as easily found his way back into the match whenever necessary. Ugh, sorry.
Oh, what a suplex. This guy has strength, that's for sure.
Big, sexy.
Is going to be enough to get the job done? No, not even.
Kevin Nash has always been a major threat.
Yeah, well, it doesn't hurt to be nearly 7 feet tall and over 300 pounds either.
Oh, come on, King. There's been plenty of big men. What's given Nash the advantage over them is
The
his
ropes.
Nash is always
Okay.
moves ahead.
Wade Barrett taking it upon himself to get a little more involved in the match.
Sheamus.
There's a 3-strike rule with interferences in the match.
I wouldn't be surprised if Nash wants to cause some permanent damage here. These guys are giving it absolutely everything.
Of course, let's not forget that Nash has a valid point in the fact that Sheamus has never beaten him, because although he does statistically hold a victory at Survivor Series over Kevin Nash, that victory came rather tainted, I'd say.
Appears to have finally taken its toll.
Even Drew McIntyre can't necessarily say that was a win.
Right on the
And
bridge.
he was the one that got the pin.
And it's imperative.
That chair shot really did change a lot, and Sheamus...
Backbreaker, bending the spine.
This is what the hell is this all about? Oh!
He splattered on the concrete.
And Sheamus just allowing a double count out. I mean, this isn't a win or a loss. But Kevin Nash is going to be quite seriously hurt. His head whiplashed off the steps from a high cross. What was the point in this? Sheamus just really doesn't want any competition right now, and he's making sure that he injures the roster in the process, I guess. Well, we got to move on anyway. Up next, Batista returns to action. An open challenge. Whoever's up for the challenge is going to go one-on-one with Batista next. Oh no, what the hell are you doing out here? We hadn't seen him in weeks. Oh. Well, here is the most unsuccessful man on the Raw roster, everybody. Isn't it great to see him? Oh boy. Santino Marella, everyone. Back in action. What a dream come true. Hooray. Universe of the WWE, my name is Santino Marella. Big David said that he is returning tonight. He also claims he wants to be world champion and win the Royal Rumble. But you see, these were not the words of Big David. These are the words of Santino Marella. I am going to throw everyone over the ropes. Santino is going to WrestleMania. Oh, thank God. Someone shut him up.
And his opponent from Washington, weighing 290 pounds, the Animal, Batista.
Well, I don't really think Santino realizes what he signed up for with this one. But he seems to think that Big David is an easy opponent. I mean, I'll admit, well, now even I'm calling him that. Batista's record is not perfect, you know, 19-14, 12-9 this season. It's not great. He really slipped. And he has been absent from singles competition for quite a long time. But I also need to remind you that Santino Marella's record is 1-16, and this season he is 0-11. It's been a beautiful month since we last saw him. He was in the running for the European Championship contendership at one point. Oh. Well, Santino not gonna get knocked down too easily, apparently. Is Batista really full of ring rust? I guess that's the question. Oh, well, that's one way to start the match.
There's a big shot to Santino.
Santino Marella is going to be in for a real tough time in this matchup, but Batista has accepted that he needs to work his way up the ranks again here on Raw. He needs to make his way to the top if he wants to truly become World Heavyweight Champion, and that determination all starts now with this one matchup against Santino Marella. Look, I don't take Santino very seriously as an opponent, but when I think the last several matches of Batista's have all been some tough losses, I can respect why it is that he feels he needs to start from the bottom again. That being said, he does seem to be enjoying beating the hell out of Santino Marella just a little bit. And Santino does surprisingly get the odd move off on Batista. They never put Batista's elbows in the game. You know that one move he does in the corner? He does it like a lot. Like elbows them several times, and he always like really dramatically lifts like a leg up. It's like a classic Batista thing. I feel like I've seen him do that a lot in my life, and I've never actually seen it in a game.
Blasted by a 290-pound man, chiseled like a stone.
This is really not Santino Marella's night.
toll of this very physical contest is beginning to show on his body.
Come on. Yeah, of course he would. Of course. Well, we've already seen one match in outside the ring tonight. Let's not see another. I think Santino's decided to go into retreat mode. Probably not a bad choice when you're up against Batista, to be honest. Rocking in a submission hold. It's the first time we've ever seen him do this. Oh. Forced a submission out of Santino Marella. A new approach by Batista. I think I'll call it the Batista bite. And there's a doctor. Santino's also on the floor though, don't worry. So is Santino out of doctor? I'm not sure whether there's a doctor. Maybe Santino's injured and we're about to see a cutscene. Either way, great job by Batista laying waste to Santino. Nice, quick, and easy. And that is how you make yourself a real big-time comeback. And there was no reason for that doctor to be there. As we move on, Randy Orton has a mystery partner. Who could it be? We find out up next as he faces off against Wade Barrett and William Regal for the World Tag Team Championship.
The following contest is for the World Tag Team Championship. Approaching the ring, the World Tag Team Champions, Wade Barrett, William Regal.
The United Kingdom coming on down to the ring. They always mean business. They're always opposition you do not want to take lightly. But they are up against Randy Orton and a partner of his choosing. There's a lot of people out back. I mean, okay, Sheamus is kind of thinning the herd a little bit. We're now down to, what, 18 superstars here on Raw. But, Kevin Nash is out with an injury, for those that are curious. Randy's insistent he's found someone.
And introducing the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, Randy Orton.
Could Randy Orton become tag team champion for the first time here tonight? We have known him to be a successful leader before. Let me remind you all of a little group known as The Legacy, which was of course founded by Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase brought together themselves, but later on Randy Orton not only managed to find his way into that tag team, but he became the leader of those two. What will he do here tonight? Will it reflect at all in the same manner? Who could Randy Orton have chosen? I mean, is Randy just going to go at it alone? He's incredible talent. He'd stand a good chance against them on his own. Whoever it is, he's definitely keeping us in suspense by not coming out with them. Last week he was attacked by Edge, so... I mean, sorry, he was attacked with Edge, so maybe... maybe that. What?
From Champlin, Minnesota, weighing 232 pounds, Michael McCool.
Randy Orton teaming up with Michael McGillicuddy, who already has a tag team partner, David Otunga. Very interesting choice by Randy Orton. I mean, if I had to read into things a little bit, McGillicuddy is a second generation wrestler, which we know is a popular choice. In fact, I believe he's a third generation wrestler. So him and Randy Orton have something in common. Perhaps Randy going for the legacy again. taking McGillicuddy out of his former faction. I mean, former tag team, not faction. It was him and Otunga. Very interesting choice here.
That's what it's all about. That's the prize they're going after right there.
And will they be able to capture the tag team championship? That is the question in this main event for the tag team titles. Randy Orton is a serious competitor, and you've got to take whoever he chooses very seriously too. Yes, McGillicuddy might seem like an odd choice at first, but I guess we'll see what happens in this match. You know, Randy will have put a lot of thought into who he teamed with. He listed some pretty big names as potential partners last week before being attacked by Barrett and Regal, and of course he was even associated with Edge at the time. It's a very interesting choice of partner, but he's owned it to the level that he has tagged McGillicuddy into the ring within the first minute. We've really not seen a whole lot of McGillicuddy since he came onto the scene. Him and Otunga have kind of been two of the biggest losers on Raw, unfortunately. I've heard of the saying, expect the unexpected, but even still, I don't think I would have expected this.
When it comes to pure technicians in the WWE, William Regal might be one of the best.
Big elbow by McGillicuddy. I mean, he's got a fighting spirit about him. There's something about McGillicuddy that makes me go, yeah, I think I know where Randy's coming from, but I can't tell if that's just faith in Randy.
I asked Michael McGillicuddy how he thought he was going to do tonight, and like usual, he said he'll do his talking in the ring.
The genesis of the beginning.
Oh, look out! William Regal can break a man down a million different ways.
He is pretty talented.
When Monday Night Raw heads to your neck of the woods,
Sorry, I was just talking to the voices in my head again. I hear that you guys can sometimes hear them too. It's really strange.
television show in history.
Blah.
Regal seems to be admiring his work.
I think they're taking McGillicuddy quite lightly. I mean, that was Randy's strategy.
Physical. He's seen it up. Here he comes.
Tell you what, this certainly ain't looking good for the kid right now. I mean, he's a brand new talent pretty much still. You know, he's not really competing in a whole lot of matches. I'd love to pull up his record, but I'll try. Try to pull up his record without losing the match. And here comes the big guns. Two-time world two-time World Heavyweight Champion. First ever WrestleMania main event.
There's so much at stake for these teams in this match. A win in this one is absolutely huge.
I hate the new keyboard on my phone.
Brings him right down on his head.
There was an update and it changed my keyboard, and I hate it.
And there are those biting icy eyes. The venomous look.
He has a record of 3-5. He's got some victories up his sleeve.
Off the apron and down to the floor. 3. Just unstable, disturbed is Randy Orton.
Barrett very quickly came running around that corner and caught Orton with that neck breaker. Remember, the World Tag Team Championship are on the line in this main event.
Wade Barrett loves to utilize a brawling, rugged style. Wade Barrett. Come on, get back in the ring. Look past the ring at the thousands and thousands of WWE
Big
fans
kick to
in
the
attendance.
head.
Each and every one of them are having a great time tonight. Wow, Wade Barrett is such a natural. It doesn't get more painful than that.
Tell you, the competition really heats up when Randy gets in the ring. No offense to McGillicuddy. I don't want to talk too much smack on the guy. I think this is a very interesting choice. But you know, things really start to heat up when Randy gets in. I mean, he's the veteran here. I mean, admittedly, we've only been going for a year, but Randy started things off hot, and he just hasn't slowed down. Did not take him long to win the World Heavyweight Championship after debuting. He defeated Undertaker for it twice. My voice died.
mental state.
You know, everything.
And
Oh yeah, I'm Barrett. Whoops, I thought I was Orton for a second there.
with the championship at stake, you know these superstars will give everything they have to win here tonight.
Look at the Cuddy, giving himself doubt. Looks like he's maybe get a tag out.
All the damage to the torso, all the pain that's been dealt, appears to have finally taken its toll.
Barrett takes McGillicuddy to their corner in the United Kingdom now. In control.
What an incredible move! And now he's back out on the apron.
And Regal, very nice catch there. McGillicuddy almost got to Randy there.
And Michael McGillicuddy kicks out. Oh my gosh! Big move coming.
Very nice.
Control of his opponent.
Kenton Bomb style.
Look at this! Look at this! William Regal knows how to make even the simplest moves.
And Regal's got a crazy moveset.
Into the cover, hooks the leg.
No one does it quite like William Regal.
Here we go. Everybody's in the ring now.
Well, they were for a second. Randy, very clever.
This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity. And there's a tag. Shining example of teamwork.
Here comes the Viper.
The championship hangs in the balance. And he finally gets out of the ring. Now bringing in his partner.
Barrett managing to create some separation for a second there.
At what point, King, do those thoughts
Breaks the eyes of Randy.
what do I have to do to put this match to rest? And I don't know. I don't know as a WWE superstar.
Oh, and again.
if you ever have those thoughts of self-doubt.
I don't feel like that's legal. And yet he did it twice.
Wade Barrett, 6'5", 265 pounds, from Manchester, England. Really no nonsense is Barrett. Orton escapes.
Ugh, sorry.
There's the inverted Russian leg sweep. And he wants to get out of there in the worst way.
Barrett rolling out of the ring. Oh, hold up a second. Hold on a second. The United Kingdom special coming into play here. Wade Barrett's got a steel chair in hand. If he uses that on the referee, that is a disqualification. And just like that, Randy Orton and McGillicuddy are declared the winners, but they are not the tag team champions. A very disappointing way to see this one come to an end for sure. But I don't think that was any kind of mistake. Wade Barrett and William Regal were getting flustered and frustrated, and they threw the match out. Typical United Kingdom style. Well, anyway, we move on now. I'll see you guys tomorrow night on ECW. I believe that's like episode 90 something. Like it's I believe the next week's one is the 100th episode, if I'm not mistaken. So that should be pretty big. But bye for now.